We're talking parenting now, and I bet each of your kids has a habit you wish they would kick, whether it's thumb sucking, nose picking, or that wee classic nugget of tantrum throwing. Our experts are here today to help. And joining me in the Mum Pedia Pro 3 coffee group this morning, behaviour specialist Dr. Adela Afiz and John Cowan from the Parenting Place. Good morning to you both. Great to have you on the show.
Good morning. Thanks, mate.
Good to see you again, John, too. Okay, I'm going to start with you, John. Where on earth do these habits come from?
Well, they work for us. They save us so much energy when we do so many things automatically during the day, and habits get us what we want. I mean, for kids, they get us the attention. Might be smiles and cuddles back if we use good manners. All these habits usually work for us. Sometimes, though, you can't understand why scratching or nose picking and everything like that. What's the reward of that? Maybe it's a self-comforting thing.
True.
Maybe it's something that used to work but doesn't work for us anymore, like shyness. That can become a habit that doesn't work for us.
No, you're right. Okay, well, let's talk more about some of these common complaints. Adela, I'm going to start with you. Some of our viewers have toddlers who bite.
Yeah.
So if they bite, what can you do?
As toddlers, they're still using non-verbal communication as their main way to talk to you. So what's behind biting? Are they frustrated? Are they upset? Are they angry? Are they trying to show you with their behaviour how they're feeling? Or, as John actually just said, do they get attention for that?
If they continue to do it, what can you do to stop it? Or do you stop it?
Yeah, biting is particularly distressing for vegetarian parents. And, one of the things that you've just got to believe is that children aren't evil.
Right.
They're not doing it because they're villains. They're actually experimenting with trying different things. And sometimes biting works really well because you suddenly become a celebrity that everybody's focusing their attention on. Wow, look at that. All I had to do was just take a chomp out of a mate and look at all the stir that I'm creating. And so I think one of the best solutions to this is to turn all your attention to the poor victim.
Okay.
That is if the other kid's mum will let you anywhere near that child. But
Yes, true.
if your biter suddenly realises, hold on, this isn't working for me. I'm not getting the attention. The other one is.
Yes.
And then you turn to your child and say, why did you get a cold flannel for Sam? I don't know what they're going to do with the flannel, but it changes their labelling from I am now a biter to I'm now a helper.
Okay, no, I get that. Okay, what about, John, to stay with you, nose picking. What if your child's a nose
Tell
picker?
them to wait until they're driving a car and they're stuck in traffic and thinking nobody's watching.
Yeah, I see a lot of that on the traffic lights. What can you do, though?
Give them a tissue.
Yes.
It's always good to
cool.
tell kids what to do rather than what not to do. So give them a tissue and say, blow, and now go and wash your hands. And so that giving them the tissue and getting them to wash their hands each time will just sort of bring it to their attention and give them a better activity to do.
And Adela, I guess you don't want your child to feel embarrassed either, do you?
And how often do we see adults picking their nose as well? And so let's lead by good behaviour. So show them what you'd rather have them do, like John said, and then reward them for the good behaviour.
Okay, right, and tantrums. It's a big one, I know. Because I watch my sister, and sometimes, her child will be having a tantrum, and I'm thinking, well, what does she do? How do you deal with kids having tantrums, Adela?
Something I talk a lot about is what's underneath the tantrums. Sometimes when it's a consistent behaviour, what else might be going on for that child? Are they feeling vulnerable? Are they feeling bullied? Do they have something else going on that maybe we need to find out about? If it has become a behavioural issue in terms of that's how they've realised they get behaviour or they get what they want when it's at the supermarket, then as the parents, I would say find a really consistent approach that works for you and your partner and do it even though it's going to be really frustrating at times. We get that, but consistency is the best approach.
And John, what's your advice?
Don't reward the tantrum, but also give them the calm that your child is needing at that time. Okay. If you get stirred up and they're already stirred up, things aren't going to settle down very quickly. So lend them your calm. And also a good little motto is the time to deal with a problem is when it's not a problem. And if trying to talk to a kid that's having a tantrum, it's like trying to talk to a drunk. It doesn't achieve very much. And then, and so wait till they've calmed down.
If your partner was having a tantrum.
Okay, just quickly then, what if I'm in the supermarket and I see somebody having, problems with their child having a tantrum in the supermarket as a bystander or an uncle? What can I do to help? Do I just walk past and ignore it?
Probably the worst part of your child having a tantrum is just imagining what every other adult around around you is
Thinking, yes.
So rather than just roll your eyes or sort of studiously avert your eyes, give them a sympathetic look and show your support in that way.
To make them think that it's not,
Perhaps drop a bottle of wine in their supermarket trolley or something.
We understand.
Hey, brilliant advice. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy that at home as well. And the coffee group is brought to you by Anmum Pedia Pro 3, the only toddler milk with no added sugars. And if you have any worries you'd like addressed by our parenting panel, you can message us on the Cafe Facebook page. Now, one contributor is going to win this very cool ebook from Anmum that allows you to record your voice reading the story, which Mel has done for us. Have a wee listen.
Sweet dreams, Mike. Here's a special bedtime story from me, just for you.
Oh, that is so nice. This week's winner is Ashley Montgomery. Congratulations.